right, welcome back to the teaching segment of the Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour on KZSB AM 1290, your Santa Barbara News Press radio station. Thank you, News Press Radio. Now, I need to say something about my CD series. Some of the greatest Christmas gifts you could consider is that which grows another human being at their own pace. That's what's so great about the CDs. You can listen to them slowly, or you can listen to them over and over again, or you can listen to them as fast as you want to. It's not as fast, not like increase the speed. It's really kind of, you increase the speed. That's not what I mean. But you can, start and stop as often as you want. And on teaching, the series number 3 would be the best. Becoming a better leader, how to build a team, and what's beyond success. It's all about teaching. But the best way to set up for how to teach what you know and how to really be someone that's big enough to give away everything you know is the series. Getting started series, the taking care of me series, and then building your future series. Great Christmas gifts that have value, are inexpensive, have no handling or freight charges, and every single time they're listened to, they make a difference by the listener. So think about that. Now, before the break, we were talking about, who we have to be, how we teach, what we teach, and quite frankly, why do we teach? It's because if we don't teach what we know, pretty soon the generations coming up behind us are going to have to work their fannies off to, quite frankly, do what we've already done, and that's not the idea. Plus, there are things that go on in the past that we want the new generation to remember. Think about that, okay? I mean, as kids are growing now, more and more, they've forgotten what it took for us to get them where they are.
And they say if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it.
Hello. Okay, so we have someone on the phone, it looks like.
We do. We have Tricia on the line.
Tricia, hi. What can I do for you, ma'am?
Hey, Clay. I actually listen to your show quite frequently. And as I'm listening to today's show, I find myself saying, how in the world can I take time to teach anything or do the training that I know I need to do, because the work isn't going to get done if I stop to take the time to do the training to get the work done?
Yeah.
And something tells me you probably have an answer to that.
Yeah. So what? No, see, this is what people do is they separate what they're doing from what they're teaching. Why not teach what you're doing? Why not show your kids, show your coworkers what you're doing, how you're doing it, what your thought process was? And then be ready for them to say, well, why didn't you do it this way? Or what about this idea? You understand? Mm-hmm. You don't teach somebody something about who you are, what you've learned, after you get through doing your work. You teach by the work that you do.
While you do it.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
See, it's like I said, as a leader, you're being watched no matter what you do, whether you're upset and how you handle the upset, whether you're forgiving somebody or not, whether you're standing up and being visible, and how you handle being wrong, being right, whatever. Believe me, you're teaching people how, what it's like to stand up, what it's like to be embarrassed, what it's like to be angry, what it's like to stop being angry, what it's like to forgive, what it's like to stand up and just do your thing and take what you get. Look, the world will make you wrong for free. You don't have to make yourself wrong, so you just get out there and teach and do what you do.
And so, you've talked about mind chatter, because I get that what's going on for me right now, and this question that came up for me is really the mind chatter that you talked about a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
So is there a specific way or a better way of handling this kind of mind chatter than another, or just all the things you talk about, clearing?
You mean the mind chatter of, I don't have time, I've got to do my work, so I can't teach anything? Mm-hmm. Well, remember, mind chatter comes from the mind, okay? Mm-hmm. And mind chatter comes from the mind doing its job, and its job is to keep you safe. And the way it keeps you safe is it keeps you or keeps you from doing stuff that you haven't done yet, and that's called the past. Mm-hmm. So your mind chatter is designed to keep you stopped in what you know and what you have experience in. And teaching is all about giving away what you know, so what's next can show up. You're actually making, it's like you're making room on a hard drive. Or if you clean out your garage, you have room to buy more stuff. All that kind of stuff.
Right.
So this is all about making room. How do I make room so I can teach what I know, give it away, make room to learn what I don't know, and keep trucking?
Yeah.
And that's really what this is all about. But it's instantaneous. It's not something you really plan for. Like, do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and how old are they?
I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay, and you teach them based on what they can learn, or you teach them based on what their experience is, whatever they're doing,
Right.
From riding a bicycle to getting over an upset to, how to handle combing their hair, what to do with laundry, how to make decisions, how to get up on time, how to be responsible. It's all about when they're open to teach, you teach.
Really? So it really isn't so much about I'm going to teach this right this second. It's just about being in the teaching mindset all the time.
I can pretty much guarantee you that if you put a clock and an agenda on what you're going to teach, it ain't going to work. Your circumstances will stop you. The only people that can put a clock and an agenda on what they're going to teach are teachers in classroom where the kids are there, sitting there, ready to be taught in an orderly fashion how to do algebra, what U.S. history is, or what is basic chemistry, you know, what is psychology, what is physics, you understand? But that's not what we're talking about.
Right, well, and this conversation has helped me, you know, kind of step to get that, because I really was thinking about how do I set the time aside, but it's not about setting the time aside.
No, it's about, it's like here's the real question is, am I present to what I'm teaching when I'm being with the people I'm with? Mm-hmm. So am I willing to be responsible for where I'm leaving my son and my daughter, 7 and 10? Mm-hmm. And where am I leaving them? How did I leave them there? Who was I being? And what did they learn? And the only way you can find out is ask them.
Yeah, and so it's a mindset.
Total mindset.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, don't forget, have fun teaching.
Yeah.
Don't be so serious that, you know, the kids take on like, oh God, this is a test, I have to learn this. Mm-hmm. Have fun. It's just like I said, were you listening earlier on the show when that gal sent a
yes,
message
I did.
in? And I said, wow, okay, let me see, we got to clean the house. Well, let's have a mop writing class.
Right.
How do we ride the mop? Get it?
Yes, I do.
All right. Thanks very much for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Now, if you want to call in, you can call in at 564-1290, or if you're long distance, 866-564-1290, or email clay@mediasb.com. Now, I've got some quotes that I want to read you. It says, this is Anthony Robbins. Wow. Questions provide the key to unlocking our unlimited potential. Well, that really sounds like an Anthony Robbins speak, doesn't it? Whoa. Okay. German proverb, to change and to change for the better are two different things. To change and to change for the better are two different things. Now, here's one that really hits home, and this is by Mother Teresa. To keep a lamp burning, you have to keep putting oil in it. Duh. Can you get that?
Try that, Anthony Robbins.
Try that, Anthony Robbins. Whoa, yeah. All right, now, so where we were was, you know, a lot of the examples are just basic examples on teaching is, how'd you learn to ride a bicycle and who taught you? They either taught you in a way that you felt safe and you got it done, or they either taught you in a way that, respectfully, riding a bicycle was like putting your life on the line. You know, or how about this? The way they taught you is, oh my God, I didn't do it right. They're going to yell at me. They're disappointed. My dad doesn't like me. My mom's yelling at me. Oh, let's eat worms, roll over and die. I never want to ride a bike again. So it's all about who we're being when we're giving away what we know. It's all about patience, and it's all about being present to the power in teaching. It's all about being present to how the receiver is receiving. Got that? All right. If you teach somebody something and the topic that you want to teach isn't what they get is that you're mad or angry or impatient or you're looking down on them, all right, then what are you teaching them? All right. Got it? So you have to think about that. So it's who are we being? What are we doing? How are we playing this game? All right. Teaching someone how to drive on an ice-covered road. Think about that. Teaching someone how to cook over an open fire. Ooh. Teaching somebody how to make s'mores. All right? Teaching someone how to be a knowledgeable and responsible voter, someone that actually takes action and goes out and says and puts their name on the line for a direction they want to go. Teaching someone that they have to take a break on a radio show or their producer will unplug them. All right.
I like what you said earlier about making these teaching things into something kind of fun, though, because all those things that you mentioned can be something that gives fun and joy, and it's good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I learned that, and I got to go, I know, but real quick, I learned that when I was being taught how to ski, and when I would fall, and everybody would laugh, not at me, but with me, and they'd all just sit down on the ground with me and say, okay, you ready to do it again? And that's really what it's all about. So this is Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour. You're learning about teaching on KZSB AM 1290. Get on back here. I got some more stuff to teach you.